We're almost 2 weeks into the offseason here for the New York Knicks, and on today's video, we're going to react to an article that Bleacher Report put out where they highlighted 3 trade targets the New York Knicks should pursue this offseason. We'll talk about that around the corner, but first, I just want to say thank you to every single person that has subscribed to Knicks Now by Chat Sports. Yesterday, we crossed over 77,000 subscribers. That's an amazing achievement, and it literally would not be possible without every single one of you. So for me and everybody at Chat Sports, we want to say thank you. But the show does not stop there. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the season starts. So if you love the Knicks and you want free videos every single day this offseason, subscribe to the channel right now. Welcome in to New York Knicks Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. Let's talk about it. 3 trade targets for the New York Knicks coming from our friends over at Bleacher Report. What I liked about this article was it wasn't all the superstar names that we all know maybe the New York Knicks could pursue, like a Giannis Antetokounmpo or a Kevin Durant. These are some deep cuts, and if you're an NBA trade rumor junkie, you're going to like today's show. Let's start with the son of a former Knick, Cole Anthony, the guard for the Orlando Magic. It seems like Anthony has had trade rumors surrounding him for quite some time, and he's often been linked to the New York Knicks, partially because of his dad, Greg, playing for the Knicks. But there is a need, in my opinion, for the type of player and type of player profile that Anthony possesses. 6'2", 190 pounds, still in the prime of his career. He could score it. He shot the ball well before, and what I like about him is he competes. His compete level is extremely high. He'd bring some athleticism to the New York Knicks, and on the surface of things, I don't think it's the worst idea. Bleacher Report saying this, quote, Cole Anthony, whose father, Greg Anthony, played his first 4 NBA seasons at MSG, packs enough punch as a scorer and table setter to keep the offense moving without Brunson. Anthony's limitation as an outside shooter, he's more streaky than hopeless, have started cutting into his workload in Orlando, where the Magic have routinely rolled out some of the league's worst shooting rosters. With better spacers in the Big Apple, though, Anthony's slick handles, change of direction and pace, as well as fierce attacks, might all lead to new levels of offensive potency. Anthony would need to prove he can score consistently enough for Thibodeau to trust him, despite his defensive deficiencies. Article came out prior to Tibbs being fired, but Anthony has the talent to do exactly that, and his trade cost shouldn't be much when the Magic keep trimming his floor time. And I agree with a lot of what they had to say. And this is a guy that back in 2021, 2022, he averaged 16.3 points per game. So he could fill it up, and he could do it in a variety of ways. He can get to the rim. He's got a mid-range jumper that he likes to go to. He's been a little bit streaky as an outside shooter, ranging from anywhere from 36.5% to 33.8% from downtown. But I like the idea of this player profile coming to the Knicks. They need a guy off the bench that can handle the ball. They need someone off the bench that can create for others. And I actually don't hate the idea of Cole Anthony and Jalen Brunson sharing some floor time. I think the Knicks got exposed as against the Indiana Pacers when it comes to them not having enough creators, not enough ball handlers. We love Mikal Bridges. We love Josh Hart. They're reckless with the basketball. They're not skilled individuals when it comes to taking care of the basketball. And that's ultimately why I think the New York Knicks got bounced by the Pacers. Adding a guy like Anthony who does that, I think could greatly benefit this roster. As we know, when you talk trades in 2025, you got to talk about salary. Shout out to CJ McCollum and the new CBA in the NBA. Cole Anthony is on a contract that's going to pay him $13.1 million this offseason. The New York Knicks would have to get close to that number in outgoing salary. So you look at where the Knicks stack up on their cap sheet and how they could potentially try to get to $13.1 million. And it's a little bit tricky. Like, are we trading Mitchell Robinson for Cole Anthony? I'm not. Are we going to put Josh Hart going to Orlando, even though Orlando needs more shooting? Do you send Mikal Bridges and maybe you get a piece back, maybe a guy like Cole Anthony and somebody else on that roster? Like, there's not really a clear path for the New York Knicks to make a trade like this. Not saying it's impossible, they'd have to go to a 3-team trade or get creative with more salary coming back and another player, so multiple player trade. But I like the idea. I see where Bleacher Report is thinking. A ball handler, a creator, a facilitator, table setter, and someone that can control the game when Brunson is out. It doesn't have to be campaign. I like the idea. I just don't clearly see a path for them to get it done. Another position the New York Knicks can improve is shooting off the bench. And Bleacher Report named Sam Hauser, the sharpshooter for the Boston Celtics, as a trade target for the New York Knicks. And I think this one makes a lot of sense as well. You need another wing off the bench that could shoot the pill. And at 6'7", he has done that the last 2 years from Boston. He's an NBA champion. He knows what it takes to win. And he's someone that I think could add some juice to this New York Knicks team. Plain and simple, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges did not shoot the ball well enough in the postseason. They both shot 33% from three in the postseason, and they both shot below 36% from three on open and wide open three-pointers. Sam Hauser, if there's anything he's proven in the NBA, he gets it done at a high clip when he gets open opportunities from downtown. Bleacher Report saying this, quote, he already has contributed to a championship run, serving as a full-time rotation regular for Boston's 2024 title team. He could help New York increase its three-point volume while also holding his own as a serviceable team defender, especially when he's got good guys around him. He also has a chance to get squeezed out of the Celtics, too, given their pressing need to cut costs. Hauser is good enough to get playoff rotation minutes in New York, and his ability to keep defenses honest could give Jalen Brunson some badly needed breathing room. Anytime you could add a guy to the team that shot 42.4% from three and 41.6% from three over the last 2 years, and he does it on a high clip of 5.5 plus threes attempted per night, that is going to take your offense to another level. And one thing I like about Hauser is he's an underrated defender. Is he an elite defender? No, but he competes, and he's got the size to at least give you some positive minutes on that end. Like, go back and watch the 2024 NBA Finals. He did a decent job staying in front of Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, and we all know he hit a lot of big shots on the way for Boston to win that title. He makes $10 million this year. So you look again at the New York Knicks cap sheet, and how do they get to $10 million? Would you trade Mitchell Robinson for Sam Hauser? Are you going to put Miles McBride and Comdadie and you get to $7 million and you throw in Tyler Kolek? I don't think that's going to get it done. Maybe Mikal Bridges goes to Boston, who's a free agent, and then they got to add $14 more million. But even then, I don't see how that type of deal gets done. And, I don't think the Boston Celtics want to do the New York Knicks any favors at this point. Usually you don't see team rivals make trades all that often. Love the idea. A 6'7" wing, decent athleticism, and could shoot the piss out of the ball. Every team could use a guy like that. Again, could be a 3-team trade, but I don't see a clear way for the Knicks to make it happen. But I don't hate the idea of Sam Hauser on this team. Keon Ellis is the last name that we're going to talk about on today's show. The combo guard for the Sacramento Kings. I think every New York Knicks fan remembers the highlight where he was guarding Jalen Brunson, and Brunson looked to his left, and Keon Ellis looked that way, and he stayed looking that way a little bit too long, and Jalen Brunson drove right by him. At 6'3", 175 pounds, he's got the size and the length and the defensive intensity to guard ones and twos, and he's grown as a shooter when it comes to percentages from 2 and 3. His ball handling is improving, and he's someone I'm interested in. Why would the Sacramento Kings trade a player like Ellis, who's young, ascending, and on a cheap contract? Bleacher Report says Ellis probably sits somewhere on the optimistic end of New York's trade budget. If he's attainable, though, he might be a no-brainer target. That might sound like high praise for folks who haven't kept close tabs on the Kings since Ellis only became a full-time rotation player during last season's final stretch. He has since excelled in his nightly role, though, energizing that group with relentless on-ball defense, consistent shot-making, and a pinch of playmaking. He wouldn't radically reshape the Knicks or anything, but that's not what they need. He'd make them better at things they already do. His perimeter shot would be a real weapon, and he'd add to the disruption and switchability of a wing rotation already featuring Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, and Josh Hart. Look, if the Knicks could trade for Keon Ellis, I'm doing it. I really like the idea of his profile being added to this team. Like Cole Anthony, he could take the ball out of Brunson's hand. And I want Brunson to play more off ball. Unlike Anthony, Ellis actually shoots it really well from downtown. Over the last 2 years, shooting somewhere close to 42.5% from three. And I think he's one of the better on-ball small guard defenders at 6'3" in the NBA. This past year, averaging 1.5 steals per night. But he's like the Sacramento Kings version of Deuce McBride on an all-time steal of a contract and at $2.3 million and still on that rookie deal. Like, I don't really see why or how the Sacramento Kings would be trying to move him. Are the Knicks going to trade Tyler Kolek and picks to go get Keon Ellis? Are you going to trade Pacome Dadier and picks? Are you going to send PJ Tucker and picks? Like, it'd be a great fit. No doubt about it. He could shoot it, he can handle, he can create, and he loves to defend. But again, I don't see how likely that is. Of these three guys, which one would you want the Knicks to trade for? Is it the son of Greg Anthony? Is it the sharpshooter out of Boston? Or is it the two-way high-intensity defender of the Kings? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. While I'm not in love with any of these players, I would choose Keon Ellis, most likely just because I think he has still the most room to grow as a player. But like we tried to outline on today's show, and we all hate the CBA, I don't see how any of these deals get done. Making trades is a lot harder in the NBA, especially when you're on the speculation side like we were on today's video. I also think the New York Knicks are fishing for bigger fish. I think they got bigger plans in mind. As much as I love this team, and I understand people want to run it back, adding Keon Ellis doesn't make the Knicks finals favorites, in my opinion. And you should be trying to make moves this next year that puts you into a spot where you feel really good about winning your chances. And if I told you the only thing the Knicks did this offseason was add Cole Anthony or add Sam Hauser or add Keon Ellis and they ran it back, do you think that they could win the NBA championship? I think they could, but I'm not overly juiced up about them being finals NBA champions if they make that their one move, which, if you run it back, which we'll talk about later on the channel, there's not many moves you can make. Again, I just want to say thank you. One, if you watch this video and made it this far in the video, you're officially a real one. Give me a real one down in the comment section, and thank you. Seriously, like, I'm living a dream job. I get to run this channel. I could do whatever I want on this channel. It's because you guys show the love that you do. So I appreciate y'all. I love you guys, and we'll see you later. Let's go Knicks.